Yes, that seems to be the case, yeah, from the information we received, particularly from Chris Wiley.
So we can assume then that Lukoil is funding both Alexander Kogan with an objective to go scrape a lot of information and then discussing at the same time with Alexander Nix, the CEO of both SCL and Cambridge Analytica, how to use that to interfere with elections.
Well, yes, so Dr. Kogan's job seems to be data scraping, whether he's doing it for elections or for other commercial work. There's then a question which has been floated by people giving evidence to the committee about the significance of Lukoil and the elections work. Is the purpose of the elections work just to gain introductions and to develop a relationship with powerful people in certain countries, in the hope that then commercial work comes later for big companies that will fund other things?
Yeah, but it would seem that to scrape data from 57 or how many millions of people would not be the business of Lukoil if they were in truly just the oil business. And as we know, they are sanctioned for operating as part of the Russian government. We also know that in the election on November 8th, the presidential election, we have proof now because Robert Mueller has charged 13 Russians and 3 Russian entities with purposely interfering. So we know that the Russians are interfering. They've been charging the United States. Previous to that, we look at the Brexit, the same year, but in June of 23rd, this Russian connection got its hands everywhere, and suddenly a little Canadian company shows up. This little Canadian company called AIQ, whose president or CEO has his cell phone number listed as SCL Canada, and yet before this committee denied knowing anything about it. Does that make sense?
Well, no, it doesn't. And I share your concern that it's been difficult to get straight answers on what SCL Canada is versus AIQ, and are they the same thing? Because they certainly appear to be the same thing. And I think.
He had the nerve to tell us that. He had the nerve to tell us that he found out about this when he read in the paper that his cell phone was listed as SCL.
Yeah, absolutely. And you'd have to say, would AIQ have got this work that they did without their relationship with SCL?
Let's talk